Hey, what's up, guys? Coming out with that video. Today I'm going to do my What If series. What if Boruto, or Naruto and Boruto were brothers? So, in the last part of the What If, we see Komohamaru there was actually, mostly Naruto had to retake his pictures there because he looked like a clown in one of them. Boruto actually said, "Hey, you had to retake him. I did him there." He's like, "Why in the heck you look like a clown there?" So Boruto technically walks off there. Naruto does his sexy jutsu there to mostly fool the Hokage there. Technically, Komohamaru comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Take on me, Gramps," and blah blah blah, all that stuff. And Naruto's like, he's like, "Well, I can't believe this thing. Believe it," and he smacks him in the head. He's like, "Ah," and stuff like that. So he was mostly hanging out with Naruto the rest of the day, then trying to show him how to do the sexy jutsu. I think that still happens. The guys with the glasses there comes out of nowhere, and he's like, "Bring it on, little nine." He's like, "Bring it on, Nine-Tailed Fox," and then he's like, "Yeah, right," and then he's like. And then he does his sexy jutsu there. I might still see that happening. And he flips in there and stuff. And then he's like, well, let's say this day we're rivals. And then mostly Boruto came. He's like, "Yeah, I'm also rivals with your brother there." And he's like, "Really? You're rivals with me?" So that's what's going on with that there. So the exams there. So the team exam. So Boruto and Naruto are on the same team there. They mostly got in the same team. So yeah, that still happens there. They mostly like, "Oh yeah, I can't believe this stuff there," and all that stuff. They mostly did the exams, the build testing there. They mostly aced the build testing. Technically Naruto and Boruto were mostly doing most of the work there. And Sakura and Sasuke did not really do that much of the work, but they passed anyways. So yeah, that's where part 3 ended. So let's go on to part 4. What if Naruto and Boruto had or Naruto and Boruto were brothers? So, mostly they're cleaning up the village. They're doing D's and F's missions and stuff like that. Taking out dogs, pulling up weeds, all that fun fucking crap there. And then mostly they're like picking up the weeds, like, "Oh yeah, shit, we need to find that stuff there." So they go to the Hokage there. The Hokage is like, "Huh, you guys actually finish up a lot of your missions." Naruto's like, "Come on, old man, we want a hard mission there." And then telling Boruto, he kind of gets embarrassed. He's like, "What are you doing, Boruto?" He's like, "Calm down, Naruto." He's like, "Calm down." He's like, "You're holding me back and stuff." And he's like, "Yes, I'm holding you back there. You should." He's like, "Obey the Hokage, Naruto." And then he's like, "Huh, I might see Here's in there, fucking this laugh in there." He's like, "Huh, yeah, brotherly love." And they're like, "Stop that there. Believe it." You might see them actually doing that there. So we do see Tazuna's drunk ass coming in there. He's like, "Oh, I'm getting escorted by kids there." And, he's like, "I'm just getting escorted by these little ninja," or technically these kids there and shit. And he's like, "Yeah, this is mostly going to help you for the thing." And he's like, "This is mostly a C rank mission." That's what they're saying. So technically they have to protect his drunk ass the whole way. So they go to the mission there. For the Demon Brothers there, they attacked. I think the Demon Brothers attack Naruto or attacks Team 7 there. Akashi gets poof. He goes away like it does in the original series. Naruto, he was kind of frightened. He's like, "Oh crap!" Boruto and Sasuke take out the Demon Brothers. Mostly Boruto using his Gil Palm. He's like, "Take this Gil Palm!" Boom! And then Mulsey uses the shadow clones there, and he's like, one more time, shadow clones. And then he's like, multi shadow clones. And then Mulsey makes multi shadow clones and then smashes one of the demon brothers in the head. Sasuke knocks out the other one like he does in the original series. And then Sasuke's saying, "Oh, you're not hurt, are you, scaredy cat?" And then he's like, Sasuke! And I might fucking see him fucking doing that there. So Akashi was mostly telling him, he's like, huh, these are a really strong ninja there. Mostly want to go higher in a joning or tuning or mostly higher level. And he's like, get me across the border and I will tell you the rest. That's what Tazuna said. And he said that's going to be higher and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I'm mostly going to be broke there. So he's like, I'm going to be broke if I don't have enough money there. That's what I guess he says he doesn't have enough money. He says he doesn't have enough money to actually buy higher ninja like Jonin or tuning or Jonin type of level. So he has to stick with the Guinea type of level. So it should have been a higher rank there. It should have been like a B rank there if you look at it more. But so they go to the land of waves. Before they go to the land of waves, the Naruto's thing, he does still the same with the kunai, stabbing in his arm and made a pledge there. And then Akashi's like, well, yeah, nice thing to get rid of the blood, Naruto, but now you're gonna bleed out. And then he says that he's like, oh shit, and crap like that. So that still happens. They go to the land of the waves. So land of the waves there, they get to the land of the waves. Akashi, Naruto, Boruto, they're all walking with Tazuna there to the thing. Out of nowhere, they seem like a sword crash right into a tree there. It's Zabuza. Zabuza comes out of nowhere. He's like, oh, Kakashi, the copycat ninja. He's like, and then they're like, defend the bridge builder. So Naruto, Boruto, Sakura, Sasuke were defending the bridge builder. They're mostly in 4 sides, like not like in the original series where they only took like 3 sides there. So one of them should have got easily flanked. With 4 of them, I think they should not got easily flanked. So Akashi was taking on Zabuza. Mostly Akashi was taking on Zabuza there. That plays out the same. I might see Akashi taking on Zabuza. Might be playing out the same there. He does the water dragon jutsu, all that stuff there. Traps him. I think he still gets trapped. He still gets fucking trapped there. So I think Naruto goes into the fray. And Boruto's like, no, Naruto, you can't go in the fray there. He's like, and stuff like that. And then he's like, you're gonna die now. And then mostly Boruto tackles him down. He's like, you need to think your head there. He's like, you need to think on your head. He's like, what I'm supposed to do, I'm thinking in my head. So it's like, how we're gonna defeat him. So mostly Naruto had a plan there. So Naruto used shadow clones there, and Boruto used shadow clones, and then they're trying to take on Zabuza there, trying to like throw in some punches. He was like blocking him with one hand there, holding Akashi captured there. So he mostly like pushes them back, and then he's like, "Here goes Sasuke." Naruto throws it, and he's like, "Oh, that's great, Naruto." He's like, "Windmill shadows," and then he throws the windmill shadows there. He's like, "Oh crap!" And then he jumps out of the way. First one misses, then like another one comes out of nowhere. That he misses that one there. Then a third one comes in. He's like, "Man," he's like, "I had to jump through it." And then 2 of them come out. Naruto and Boruto just like, "Take these," and they throw the. They're like, "Take this," and both of them throw the kunais right at Zabuza, and then Zabuza's both his arms get sliced a little bit. They were, oh, damn it, and then he lets go of the water prison, and Akashi was taking him on. Akashi defeats him like it does in the original series. Um, then he gets taken out by Haku. And then Haku was saying something about, he's like, I will take him away. A nice meeting you two. And mostly he disappears. And Akashi's like saying, he's like something. He's like it's pretty much done there. And then Naruto's explaining. He's like, who is that guy? Who is that guy? He's and stuff. He's like, he just took out Zabuza with things there and stuff. Then he was telling about the Mist Ninja there, or the Ombu ninja from the Mist Village, and he was actually saying there was much ninja are way stronger in Akashi, who's actually around Naruto's age. And they're like, what? And stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, it's a crazy world and stuff. He mostly explains that there. They mostly fall to the... technically, Akashi was mostly falling to the ground. And Zabuza, I think Zabuza there... Boruto actually noticed something weird about Haku. And then mostly Boruto was actually saying he's like I have to say something to Akashi when he gets better. So technically the next day there, Akashi kind of wakes up there, and Boruto was actually saying something out. He's like, you know, that guy there we were facing there, that Max Man, that Ombu. He's like, I had a weird feeling about that Ombu there. And then he's like, what's your weird feeling about the Ombu? And then he's like saying, he's working with Zabuza. I noticed something weird. His vitals never got hit there and stuff. And then he's like, pretty good job, Boruto. You kind of noticed that there. And then he's like, yeah. And that's where the what if ends. So yeah, I think the next one, I think we're doing the training a little bit. I think that's what's going to happen. We're possibly going to do the training steps. That's going to be the next one. And I think we get to the bridge. We might get to the bridge. So yep. Comment, rate, my response to videos. We like Blood Rose. Please subscribe for the BioKids and Super Legend live streams. Response to. We like how out of here. Peace.